All right, crypto miners today, they're doing very, very well. 18% Marathon Digital, Riot Platforms, Cleanspark, these are all double-digit gains. There's also MicroStrategy, Coinbase. So let's quickly just go through them all very, very shortly. So this is Marathon Digital chart, daily chart, and this was the range I was watching. So from let's switch this to this 20 to 80 to like 18. We're outside of this, at least this part of the resistance. Of course, there's a lot of volume traded above this 2450 level, but as long as this name stays above these $23 levels, it can coil up to potentially move to these levels, where next level of resistance I would be watching around $28 and then $30, and then I will be watching as a resistance line that we have already discussed many times, this level right here. So, and I'm gonna be watching this name to the upside, but I'm not someone who's chasing it, because implied volatility after today's 18% move in a single day has gone up. If you take a look at the strike prices all the way to August 30th, it's elevated a lot more. So now this stock by August 16th, it is implying that it can move $6, so potentially going to that $30 level. But also it is pricing that it can go down this much, so you have to understand that part. But in terms of option activity, Marathon Digital was the top 5 today, with its volume 650,000. From that, 24% volume was put volume and 75% call volume. Yeah, there were a lot of call buyers, most of them very short term. If you have a Thinkorswim, you can just go filter out yourself, take a look at the biggest orders. But today, 489,000 calls, 159,000 puts, and there are a lot of people buying in the money, outside of the money, but they're mostly for summer. Okay, I didn't see that like people were coming in just attacking certain strikes for certain dates, but there are a lot of call activity. There's a lot of call activity in this name, but I'm not someone who's chasing it, because no, I did not bottom ticket. No, I was not keeping an eye on this name. I got an alert after this stock hit this 2465 that I had, which was almost at the end of the day. Of course, it did notch a little bit on a daily, if you just almost touch 25, but this was the resistance level I was watching. So if you take a look at the close on a 10-minute chart, a very strong close. Why all these small caps are running? Well, IWM. So last time we had Mara run pretty big, it was IWM running into the end of the year pretty big, about 25%. So far, well, IWM also, Russell 2000, getting outside of its resistance, basically breaking out of this multi-year resistance, I want to say, because IWM Russell 2000 has not traded above 217 since 2022 January, after this basically bear market that started for IWM. And a lot of people still think that Russell 2000 is in a bear market territory, so very possible. But now this range of 230 and 215, 230, if you pay attention to 2021, where we traded a lot in this range throughout basically that year, and high of that year was 244. I don't think that this is going to be smooth ride unless these Fed rate cut expectations keep dropping. So look, you can see Fed Watch Tool, CME Group. If I just go back to like September 18th, you'll see the probability of rate cut 25 basis points, almost 88%. So, and into the end of the year, so basically market almost trying to price in about 3 to 4 cuts. That is what's running everything. Okay, so this is the because you can bet on rate cuts as well. So the people who are betting that rates will be at these levels, and usually, I mean, market is almost like 99% of the time they're right. And maybe it's because Fed just watches this and just goes by whatever the market wants at that point. So right here, right now, you can see all the way to December, well, probability of 3 rate cuts is very, very high. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen. For July 31st, which is coming up next, I mean, it's 91% that there's not going to be a rate cut in that meeting. But historically, July, very bullish months. Earnings just kicked in. So I will be watching these names cautiously to the upside. So there's no reason to try to short it. Or, I mean, if you trade complex option activity, you can. But in a very short, let's take a look at Cleanspark. Cleanspark, well, it has a lot more room to get back above 21. Then I would be watching this name to the upside. Riot Platforms, well, as long as it clears 12, 1250, maybe ideally 13, potential would be all the way to 17. But again, it's only one day of pretty big move day. I don't know if it's going to have a follow through because this stock is still in a downtrend. So regarding the Coinbase, I was watching sort of this flag pattern where basically if Coinbase clears 250, then I would be watching possibly 265, 280 as a resistance lines. MSTR, MicroStrategy, same thing. I would draw this downtrending resistance right here and say that, okay, this is trying to break out, but ideally I would want this name to be above 1700 for possible push maybe towards 2K. And BTC is the main thing. It did recover from that flush, but still below its 50-day. So it has to, I mean, it shouldn't be just rolling over from here. If it wants to, I mean, push, I mean, this is the best time to try to get back above 50-day and maybe by the end of July, try to take out the 74, whatever the resistance we have right now, 72 to 74. So, but if it rolls over, I mean, miners can definitely roll over, and in general, small caps can keep catching a bid. So that's the update for these names. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.